coming back with another story time. Yay! I have lots of stories that I want to tell you guys, so hopefully you guys like them. But this story takes place when I was a stupid young girl. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Seriously, if you are younger than me or even older than me, seriously learn from my mistakes. I have done some stupid ass shit in my life. But I've learned, mostly. For the most part, I've learned. So, when I was in 7th grade, oh god, this is so bad. Okay, when I was in 7th grade, I had a best friend. Her and I did everything together. We were sleeping over every single day, blah blah. She was a year older than me, and her and I aren't really friends now, but not for a reason. We don't hate each other, or at least I don't hate her. We just don't talk. We drifted. We never see each other, right? But I love her to death. She's one of the best people I know. Anyways, so back then, I was 14. Yeah, I was 14, and it was around this time of year, May, when it was sunny, and I remember my brother's birthday passed, my brother's birthday was going on and stuff, and for some reason, we thought we were cool, and we would shoplift. And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever done a stupider thing in my whole life. I've done stupid shit, but, never this stupid. And I was 14, so, and I was in 7th grade, right? So, we would, this is funny, my mom's gonna watch this and laugh, because I never told her some of this stuff, but, we would shoplift, here and there, we'd go to the store, and, we'd take things, small things. Started off with, I think it started off with, candy, and it just kind of progressed a lot. So, we get the balls to go and shoplift from Macy's, and Macy's is a huge store. It's like a department store. They have everything from makeup to shoes to clothes to designer things to everything. They just have everything. And so it was I feel like it was summertime. It was school was still in, but it was really warm outside. And our local Macy's, we went in, and we've stolen here before. Not a lot, but just I feel a couple, a shirt or something. R.I.P. me, but we stole a few things before, so we were we just got ballsy. We thought we were smart. We thought we beat the system. We didn't. Just warn you now that we didn't beat the system. So we're walking around and we're looking at things, and we started taking things, and I started getting a bad feeling. I got really paranoid because I saw workers frantically walking back and forth, and just I don't know, I had a bad feeling. We walked around and we were taking things, we ended up taking, which were so freaking stupid, we ended up taking designer clutches, designer bags that were $200. My friend took a bracelet that was super expensive. I took a necklace, I think, expensive stuff, expensive. We didn't realize how expensive it was. And we think we're in the clear, no one's walking around. I end up, I had clothes, and I ended up putting all the clothes back. So at the end, all that I had that was on me was a clutch, a wallet, and I think jewelry, some sort of jewelry. Okay, so all I had in my bag was a few things, but they were expensive, like hundreds of dollars expensive. So we're about to walk out, and I start to put things back because I just felt, I had a bad feeling, right? So I started putting things back, but my friend, we really wanted the expensive things, and Like, I was literally, like, I had the brain of a 5-year-old at this point. Like, I knew it was wrong, but I was like, whatever, you know? So we walk out of the store, and no, like, nothing, I feel so stupid at this moment. Nothing goes off. Like, we think we're in the clear, and I kid you not, this is the stupidest part of the entire thing. My friend and I look at each other. Oh my god. And I'm not joking, like, I swear this happened. We start singing, "We are the champions, my friends." Continue, like, we literally start singing "We are the champions," like in like Chicken Little, like that was us. We thought we got away with it. We didn't, because right as we were singing that, a woman security guard like starts walking towards us, and she's like, "No, you're not." She says that. She's like, "No, you're not." And we were like, we walk back inside with this lady, and this guy is like escorting us as well. And I was so dumb. I was like trying to play it off, like, well, what's going on? Like, and they were like, "You know exactly what's going on, blah, blah, blah." Like, they knew, and I knew. And I felt like, I was like, fuck. Like, at that moment, I was so, like screwed, obviously. And so they take us back to this area, and I am serious. If, like, do not ever steal. Like, seriously, they are watching your every move. I swear to God, they are watching your every move. We went back into that room, and they had cameras everywhere. Like, an entire wall full of TVs of just cameras. We were like, oh my god. Like, of course they saw us. We're fucking stupid. Like, oh my god. So they sit us down in this, like, little area, and they're going through all of our bags. Like, the cops are there. And it takes so long. Like, my friend is calling us. We were supposed to go have, like, a High School Musical reunion little thing at my friend's house, and we were gonna, like, hang out, have a sleepover. It was gonna be super fun. And my friend's frantically calling us, like, a million times. And I can't answer, obviously. And the cop looks at me, and he's like, "Do you want me to answer?" He's like, "Do you want me to tell your friend what you're doing right now?" And I was like, no. Because I was embarrassed, obviously. And so, like, they call my parents, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, my mom at the time, my mom had just started dating my mom's new husband at this time. Like, this was 5-6 years ago. So, like, my mom just had started dating this guy. And they go through all of our stuff. Like, I had one of those bags that you could take, like, the shell off and, like, change shells. So it, like, was a new bag. So you only had to buy the shells in one bag. Like, new shells, one bag. You know what I mean? So it had, like, a underneath pocket. And he went through everything. Like, he figured it out. I thought I was so smart, but in reality I was just, like, a dumbass bitch. Anyways, so my friend and I are looking at each other, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry, like, blah, blah, blah. It was both our faults. Like, we were just dumb children. We were so stupid. And we, like, they're talking to us. They're basically making us feel like shit. This entire time, I didn't cry once. Like, I was strong. And when someone yells at me, I cry. Like, teachers, anything. Like, people will, like, say something mean to me. Like, not anymore, but, like, especially back then, someone will say something mean to me, and I'll just, like, start bawling, like, start bursting out in tears. It still happens to this day. Like, I'm strong, but, like, if I'm having a bad day and you say something, like, I don't like you, then I will start crying. Like, and I don't mean it, like, as attention. Like, I just can't handle when people yell at me. But I was strong in front of these, like, big cops, right? So they take us and they handcuff us. So we have to walk through the store in handcuffs. Like, how embarrassing. And we go to the parking garage where they have their cop cars. We get in separate cop cars. Like, they did the most to, like, make it seem, like, super, super serious and super real. And it was serious. We ended up stealing over, like, $800 worth of stuff total $200 more and we would have been felons. Like, we would have had a felony. If you steal over $1,000 worth of stuff, I'm pretty sure that's a felon. Like, don't quote me and don't hate me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was it, because that's what they were saying. And I was freaking out. Like, at this point, like, I was freaking out because I'm in the back of a cop car. Like, I literally got arrested. They take us back to the police station, and they put us both in a cell. We're not allowed to talk to each other. We have to, like, they have to strip search us. Like, we have to take our clothes off, and, like, they have to strip search us. And we put all of our belongings in, like, this little brown bag, and it was just the saddest thing I've ever, like, been through. Not really, but, like, the most traumatic, anyways. I get all my fingerprints done. I get my mugshot done. And I'm sitting in this cell, like, next to this, like, silver toilet and my best friend. So, like, my mom, okay, so then, I don't know, it was like we were there for a while. I think my mom, like, wanted me to sit in the cell for a while, because my I would do the same thing to my child, but at the time, I was like, you're a bitch, like, for that. Like, you're such a bitch for, like, making me sit there, but like, I would do the same exact thing. If I was in her place and my daughter went and did some stupid shit like that, I would make her stay overnight, honestly. Like, damn, I definitely would. But, so after everything, I'm so worried because my friend's mom is, like, really strict, like, super, super strict. And I didn't know, like, if I would ever see her again, blah, 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 like, all this stuff. And my mom shows up, and that's when I just start bawling. Like, I literally start bawling. Like, I lost it. Like, as soon as I saw my mom, I started crying. And because I just felt so ashamed. I remember that car ride was, like, the worst experience of my entire life. I still remember it to this day. I was just like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't want to hear it. She didn't talk to me the entire way. Like, it wasn't, and she's, like, now that I think about it, that's, like, the best thing to do to a kid. If they're in trouble, like, just don't talk to them. Because they know that you're disappointed. They know that stuff. So, fast forward, I have to go to court. Like, I'm literally in front of, like, the judge and blah, blah, blah. And I'm in front of, like, a peer. And I had to do this, too. I had to, like, go to peer court. So I had to, like, observe someone else's case as well, like a teenager, and there was other teenagers, and I remember there was a really cute boy, and I was like, and he was also on my peer court, and I was like, what's your name? But I was literally 14 and, like, almost a felon, so I'm sure he wanted to date me, totally. But, so I had to go through all that, and it was actually a really good experience. Like, I was a stupid child, but the way the system was set up, like, I really learned a lot. I had to do community service, and I ended up having to just, what did I do? I worked for this, like, company, that puts on plays, so I was an usher, and it was a great experience, honestly. Like, the whole getting arrested part sucked ass, and I was a stupid fucking, like, little child, but, everything after the fact was a really good learning lesson. I don't recommend this. Like, don't be stupid like I was. Like, I still, to this day, not really anymore. I would say, like, about a year ago or 2 years ago, I finally got over it. But when I'm in a store, I couldn't put my hands in my pockets. Like, if my phone was ringing, I would feel uncomfortable getting my phone out of my bag. Like, I would make sure I had my phone out in my hand so I didn't have to put my hands in my pockets or my bag at all, because I did not want them thinking that I was like that. But now, I'm like, go ahead, search me. Like, I'm not like that, you know? Like, I got over it. But, it definitely was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Like, it's so hard telling that story. Oh my gosh. But, yeah, that's the time I got detained and fingerprinted and mugshot and arrested and sat in a cell with my best friend. Please do me a favor and don't be stupid. Like I was. Like, please, it's not worth it. Like, save your money, get a job. And if you're too young to get a job, then just wait, because nothing's that important. Nothing. If you think it's cool, trust me, it's not. It's not cool. It's not cool. It makes you look, like, pathetic and like a loser. Like, so just don't do it. But that was my story time of the time I got arrested, And if you liked that story time, please give it a thumbs up, because that makes me so happy when I see that I have like thumbs up. And I know like all of them are my friends and my family, and thank you guys so much for everyone who's watching. That's awesome. Yeah, so subscribe if you liked my story and you want to see more, because I have like an entire list of stories that I am ready to tell. So yeah. Bye guys, thank you so much.